Hello everyone, Tony from the RMIFusion team. And yeah, I know what you're gonna say. Come on, Sonic the Hedgehog. Hasn't it all been done before? Well, yeah. Just about everybody's reviewed Sonic the Hedgehog. But what comes down to the point now where it's beyond reviewing for Sonic the Hedgehog. It's now down to mere personal opinion. And I'm going to give you mine about the series. Now, I do remember beforehand, for many years, I was playing Super Mario Brothers, and I was at the point where I was trying to dash through the levels as fast as I can. It was a challenge that would needed to be needed, and yeah, there wasn't really any sort of alternative for it. Sega were on the market, and their current flagship hero was Alex the Kid, or as Malcolm usually refers to as a jug-eared twat. But what good was he? Yeah, he had a few games. He had one on the Genesis, but he wasn't cool. He wasn't it. He wasn't the thing that you'd want to support with Sega. So Sega went out and they said, right, we need a new sort of role model, and they came out with Sonic the Hedgehog. Yes. A walking hedgehog that could run at the speed of light at insanely fast speeds. Kind of the contradiction. But hey, it come bursting onto the scene on the Mega Drive, and it punched people in the face. You like Mario Brothers? Yeah, well, here is something else. Here's the next best thing. Well, that's always what they rated it as a long time. But Sonic came on to thing, and to me, I was like, wow, this is something different. Mario Brothers, when it got to Mario Bros. 3, was starting to get complex, and some people were getting a little bit divvied on it. And along comes Sonic the Hedgehog, and to me came simplicity. Very, very much simplicity. A nice simple game, get from one end to the level as fast as you can, and usually at a good speed as well. And that's it. And that's all there is to Sonic the Hedgehog. Oh, we'll chuck in a boss character every now and then, but doesn't need to be too complicated, as none of them are really, if you ask me. But it was a nice, fast, action-packed game. Oh, don't get me wrong, Mario is a great game. Any of them are great games. But to me, Sonic really captured my imagination. Here I was just sitting there with my joypad, flying down these levels, and then the game then puts a spanner in your works. It's just like, you like going fast? Right, now let's slow down the pace a little bit. You're hitting the marble zone. You can still go pretty fast, but then you have to stop for a break every now and then while going across the lava pits. Or if you've got the right power-up, you can basically just leg it across them in a certain extent. There's a few of them I know where you've got the invincibility power-up. Then you can just grab it and just run straight past everything that goes through. No need to wait, but maintains speed. Then we go back to Spring Yard Zone, and you could get your speed back up again on that one. But they threw in a little bit of bottomless puzzles into it. The bottomless pits now started coming into play. And then we get to the Labyrinth Zone, and then they slowed the pace right down. And then put a new peril of being underwater and cutting your air off, which isn't really a problem. I've always found that there's more enough air bubbles, and you have to be pretty much a dope to actually not die from drowning unless you're first playing the game, of course, but who's that nowadays? But it was all evenly spaced, and you could get through the labyrinth no problems. Then we get to the Starlight Zone, and hey, we're back at full speed again. Yeah, let's burn through the Starlight Zone, because you could. You had to stop every now and then for some seesaw-style things, but again, there was something a little different in the stage, which made you want to sit there and go, ooh, yeah, this is good. And then, of course, we're off into the Scrap Brain Zone, Dr. Robotnik, or Eggman, as he's preferably known as. I don't know whether I like Eggman or Robotnik, but hey, can't expect to have everything on that one. But as you're now running through his major base of operations, and basically stuck everything that made the original levels all in like one sort of experience into one. And also static traps are now available for your immediate disposal and for destruction. Hey, can't really complain at that. But what was made the game so damn is it was done perfectly. You could run at speeds. Bad guy placement was done correctly. So you could either hop over them or plough through them and still maintain your speed after you're done. You didn't get slowed down. Too many games afterwards, albeit Socket the Time Dominator. The only thing he needs to dominate is breakfast. And even when it comes down to the very awkward Bubsy the Bobcat, they try to emulate Sonic's speed, but they failed miserably, just purely on the simple fact that they didn't get enemy placements in right. They were like, oh, right, we're going to have this all fast, super duper speedy, Bubsy Bobcat sort of thing, but he could die by literally sitting there getting hit by an object you can't see, or even taking too long a fall could kill him. And that just doesn't make for a fun game. I lost so many lives on Bubsy the Bobcat just due to being cheap shotted by things. I lost lives on Sonic the Hedgehog by doing stupid, and it was sometimes just racing too much ahead of myself. Part of the game when you go through it the first time, yeah, you're gonna hit trial and error, big time on it. You're going to sit there and fly along, and then all of a sudden the floor will give way, or part of the floor will just vanish, or something will move. But it was done at a sort of level where you could sit there, and it's like, now I hope that taught you a lesson. Don't do it again. Yay. You know what's going on with that. But the whole point aside it is the balance of Sonic the Hedgehog was done so well, and it was repeated as well into Sonic the Hedgehog 2. And I probably wouldn't say as much as in Sonic the Hedgehog 3. I think the series hit its peak at 2, being the best all round. But the original one was what made Sega stand up as a flagship title. Sonic soon became the mascot for Sega, and basically, in essentially, the spokesperson for it, or spokes character. It's just a shame now that they pretty much buggered him into oblivion. Well, past couple of Sonic games have come out haven't been too bad, but they decided that Sonic needed friends. Sonic didn't need friends. Why did he need friends? The first game was so good enough and Sonic was on his own. I honestly think Sonic the Hedgehog 2 could have gone without Tails, and Sonic the Hedgehog 3 could have done without Knuckles. But then what happened after that, as time went on, they did what Mario did. Mario got an extended family. Princess Daisy, Princess Peach were European and things like that, and then they started becoming independent characters. But they were all loved characters, and they had know their place as just being as subordinate, subsectionary characters that don't have or won't have any sort of future or games for themselves. Sonic's friends, on the other hand, are retarded. I don't like Sonic's extended family, and personally, they could have really done away with them more if you ask me on a personal basis. But I'm diversing. The original Sonic the Hedgehog game on the Mega Drive had speed, it had platforming brilliance, it had good placement. This game made you think and made you think fast. You wanted to get to one place, oh fine. Then multiple routing through each of them as well. So many rings to collect. And then the bonus game as well. It was challenging because there was 6 different layout patterns, and you had to get the Chaos Emeralds if you want the good ending. Yeah, it wasn't much of a difference of ending, so the plants changed shape, and then Sonic was like, woohoo! But all in all, it was still a different ending and something to aim for. So if you wanted to give yourself that little bit more of a challenge, you had to finish each stage with your 50 rings, so you could then gain access to the bonus stage. And even then, that weren't exactly easy, because they didn't put the Chaos Emeralds in an easy place. But that's my own honest opinion. Sonic the Hedgehog is a game that will live on. It will, like Super Mario Brothers, this game won't die. People will still be playing it for many, many years to come. And Sega will keep it alive as long as it is necessary. Yeah, they could do a little better with the 3D games nowadays. Yeah, I know you're listening, Sega. Anyway, that's my own opinion on Sega and Sonic the Hedgehog. Great, great game. Definitely give it a go. I have an original copy, so I'm not too fussed about it. I got the original cartridge. But if you can't get the cartridge, or you haven't got a Mega Drive, there's emulators out and about that will let you play it. Or you can even get it on Mega Drive collections that are available on modern day consoles, or even in some of their stores. But I say, do not pass this game up. Grab yourself a little slice of history and give Sonic the Hedgehog the quick 100-mile round the block, which he so rightly deserves. And I'll see you all soon.